Okay, so which comedian inspired you the most?
For me, it wasn't so much stand-up comics that it wasn't so much that I saw stand-up comedy when I was growing up. It's kind of what led to it. My parents and I would sit down and we would all watch Sanford and Son, The Carol Burnett Show, Benny Hill, Monty Python, and sometimes All in the Family. And just that style of comedy, just seeing that, like, people taking shots at each other and just, gorilla cookies and all that. I mean, I love that stuff. It was really Carol Burnett. And Sid Caesar too, the show of shows. So I'd see a lot of these old shows. That was inspirational to my comedy.
And to this day, you can still see that influence in your stuff. That's cool. That almost all of those examples that's pretty cool. Who is the best comedian alive today?
I've said it, and look, I'm gonna have to go with the best performance I ever saw would be Tony Woods. Tony Woods, the original Dave Chappelle, the master of the long form. I've seen that guy go on after 8, 9, 10 comics, everybody doing like 15, 20 minutes, blowing the light or whatever, and then do 2 hours easily and just kill straight for 2 hours where they're not tired of it. They're not, and then I'd see him, a couple months later do another 2 hours, so that I feel like, to me, he's up there. He's up there.
Sat down on the train next to this lady and she had like an earring in her nose. Okay, well, she ain't had an earring in, she just had like the earring hole in her nose. And obviously she had a nasty head cold. That's the same thing I was thinking.
What is your favorite impression that you like to do?
I do obscure shit around the house that it would make zero sense. It would just make zero sense to anybody. It's like my wife's the only one who knows who I'm talking about, I have this friend from Baltimore that's got like this nice, Baltimore accent. Yeah, honey, it's nice. Hey, my God. I do random impressions around the house that just, they wouldn't crack anybody up but me. So that's kind of a long answer to that. I do my dad. My dad's like always worried about this, and I do my wife. I do random impressions around the house that make zero sense. So,
what's the best movie about stand-up comedy?
Oh, well, King of Comedy. I think King of Comedy, absolutely. I mean, Scorsese doing a comedy was funny. That was funny already. That Jerry Lewis, who I could never watch Jerry Lewis, but to see him in that movie where he was playing like a twisted version of Jerry Lewis, I loved him in it. And like De Niro trying to get these guys, I always refer to Rupert Pupkin having the cutout cardboard audience in his basement. Sometimes I feel like that, myself around the house. I feel like that really, and the Joker being based on it. Everybody was talking about the Joker. Very rarely if the younger generation even knew about that movie, King of Comedy, and how it nodded, the Joker
a lot,
nodded. Yeah. So to me, that really, punchline with the lockers, everybody's got a locker and all that, and I can't. King of Comedy, hands down.
Yeah, King of Comedy, and then for me it was also Mr. Saturday Night with Billy Crystal.
Saturday Night, yes.
That's a great one.
And that scene where that guy's not laughing, the dude's not laughing.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Mr. Saturday Night, right. I forget about that one.
Yeah, that's an unsung classic to me. And, your living room funny. You're not stage funny,
And it broke my heart that you never knew what it felt like up there. When it's good, when it's cooking. You got them, they're yours. You can take them anywhere you want. You're powerful. You prowl the stage like a panther. It feels so good the laughs go right into your blood. You can be a schmuck in the afternoon, but you're the king of the night. And every woman wants to fuck you and every man wants to know you. You never knew that, Stan.
Well, DC, thank you for answering all of our comedy questions, and appreciate you, my friend.